Okay.
There's a rumor that you might be leaving the Kardashian show.
So, I mean, every day is different.
Oh, so you actually considered it.
Kourtney Kardashian's exit from Keeping Up with the Kardashians wasn't just another celebrity stepping back from reality TV. It was a seismic shift that exposed some of the show's darkest secrets. And the truth is far juicier than fans ever imagined. For years, Kourtney played the role of the relatable sister, the one who seemed over the constant drama. But behind the scenes, she was locked in a bitter battle with producers and even her own family over the show's fabricated storylines. Insiders reveal that KUWTK was far more scripted than viewers realized, with scenes reshot, conflicts exaggerated, and personal struggles exploited for ratings. Something Kourtney allegedly grew tired of, especially when it came to her tumultuous relationship with Scott Disick, which producers allegedly milked long after their breakup. But the real shocker? Kourtney wasn't the only Kardashian-Jenner sibling who wanted out. Sources claim others felt trapped by the show's demands, but were pressured to stay, making Kourtney's departure a major wake-up call for the family. Her exit also pulled back the curtain on the real family feuds, far uglier than what made it to air, like Kim's infamous least exciting to look at dig, which was just the tip of the iceberg. Off-camera, Kourtney reportedly felt bullied by Kim and Khloé, even refusing to film certain scenes unless producers edited out their harshest comments, leading to behind-the-scenes tension that still lingers today. And then there's Kris Jenner, the mastermind behind the Kardashian empire, who allegedly panicked when Kourtney quit, seeing it as a direct threat to the family's 100M+ brand. Kris supposedly offered Kourtney more money and creative control to stay, but Kourtney stood firm, choosing personal happiness over the show, a move that revealed just how much control Kris wields over her children's careers. Now, Kourtney's focus on her wellness brand Poosh and her life with Travis Barker has left fans wondering, was this a clean break or a quiet exile? And with rumors of blackmail, contract disputes, and another sibling possibly following in Kourtney's footsteps, the real question is, what other secrets is the family hiding? The carefully constructed facade of the Kardashian empire began showing its first real cracks when Kourtney Kardashian made her shocking departure from Keeping Up with the Kardashians, revealing a toxic underbelly of manipulation, exploitation, and psychological warfare that had been carefully hidden from viewers for over a decade. Behind the glamorous Instagram posts and carefully curated storylines existed a much darker reality, one where family members were pitted against each other, personal traumas were monetized, and contractual obligations blurred the lines between entertainment and exploitation. What started as a simple reality show documenting their lives had morphed into a psychological experiment in fame, power, and control that ultimately pushed Kourtney to become the first to break free from the Kardashian machine. Production insiders revealed that the show's producers maintained what they called a leverage library, an extensive collection of unaired footage containing everything from mental breakdowns to explosive private fights that could be used as bargaining chips. There were entire hard drives dedicated to each family member's most vulnerable moments, confessed a former editor who worked on seasons 12 through 16. When Kourtney started refusing to film certain scenes with Scott in later seasons, she would suddenly see old footage of their worst fights mysteriously surface in tabloids. This psychological manipulation reached its peak during contract negotiations for the Hulu transition, when producers allegedly threatened to air never-before-seen footage of Kourtney's postpartum depression struggles unless she agreed to continue with the new series. The contracts binding the Kardashian-Jenner clan to the show were far more restrictive than anyone imagined. What began as standard reality TV agreements in 2007 had evolved into what entertainment lawyers describe as psychological and financial handcuffs by 2017. The most disturbing clause was the interdependency provision that made each sibling's participation contingent on the others, meaning if one left, the entire deal could collapse for everyone. This created immense pressure to maintain the illusion of family unity at all costs. Even more alarming were the image licensing terms that gave producers sweeping rights to use each family member's likeness across all platforms indefinitely, essentially turning their personal lives into corporate property. Kourtney's legal team reportedly spent 18 months negotiating her exit, during which she had to sacrifice certain business opportunities and endure a temporary social media blackout clause to finally gain her freedom. The financial dynamics within the family reveal a calculated system of control and dependency. While the public assumed equal pay among siblings, leaked documents show staggering disparities that reflect Kris Jenner's hierarchy of favoritism. At the show's peak, Kim earned $4.8 million per season compared to Kourtney's $1.2 million, despite nearly equal screen time. Kendall and Kylie were initially paid just $400,000 each per season, until Kylie's cosmetic success gave her bargaining power. The pay structure was designed to keep certain family members financially dependent on the show, explained a former accounting staffer. Bonuses were dangled for participating in specific storylines or making certain public appearances. It was all very calculated. This financial manipulation created deep resentments that continue to fracture family relationships today. Behind the scenes, the psychological toll was devastating. Multiple sources describe Kourtney suffering panic attacks before filming scenes. With Scott Disick, while Kendall reportedly developed an eating disorder during seasons where producers constantly critiqued her appearance. There were entire seasons where certain family members were clearly struggling, but we had orders to edit out anything that showed weakness, revealed a former editor. Kourtney's growing interest in wellness wasn't just a lifestyle choice. It was her coping mechanism for the trauma of constant surveillance and manipulation. The fallout from Kourtney's departure has sent shockwaves through the Kardashian business model. Ratings for The Kardashians on Hulu have declined steadily, with Season 4 premiering to just 1.3 million viewers compared to KUWTK's average of 3 million at its peak. More troubling is their dwindling Gen Z audience, with social media engagement dropping nearly 40% since 2021. The magic formula doesn't work anymore, notes media strategist Lila Cortez. Audiences see through the manufactured drama now, and without authentic voices like Kourtney's, they're tuning out. Kourtney's exit has sparked a quiet rebellion among other family members. Kendall Jenner has been renegotiating her contract to significantly reduce her participation, while even typically compliant Khloé has allegedly threatened to walk away unless given more creative control. The biggest wild card remains Kylie, whose billion-dollar empire no longer needs the show. Kylie's team has made it clear she could leave any time, reveals an insider. She's only staying now out of family loyalty, but that's wearing thin. The personal fractures within the family may prove more damaging than any business losses. Kourtney reportedly communicates with Kim only when absolutely necessary for business, while her once close bond with Khloé has deteriorated to the point where they haven't spoken privately in months. Scott Disick's evolving role serves as a cautionary tale about what happens to those who challenge the Kardashian system. As the entertainment landscape evolves beyond staged reality drama, the Kardashians face an existential crisis. Kourtney's departure wasn't just an act of self-preservation. It was the first crack in a dam that's threatening to burst. In an era where audiences crave authenticity over polished perfection, the family finds themselves trapped in a gilded cage of their own making. Kourtney may have been the first to recognize this uncomfortable truth, but the real question is, who will be brave enough to follow her lead? And what remains of the empire when they do? The secrets exposed by her exit suggest this is only the beginning of the unraveling, and the next family member to walk away might just bring the entire carefully constructed illusion crashing down.